Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Radja with student number 731023105, and today I would like to explain about three topics. For the first one is interaction hypothesis, and then positive and negative feedback, and then recast. So maybe for the first one I will start with interaction hypothesis. So according to Long, language learning improve when learners interact with others, especially when they negotiate meaning. So when communication breaks down, people use strategies like clarification requests. Maybe for example, what do you mean? And then confirmation checks. Maybe for example, the dog. And then comprehension checks. For example, do you understand? So this interactional move helps make the input more understandable and more targeted to the learner's level. This is what Long calls getting input at I+1. So input that is just slightly above the learner's current level. So interaction is more helpful than simply giving simplified input. Negotiation of meaning makes input clearer and helps learners notice language forms. So later versions of Long's hypothesis emphasize the role of attention, processing, and negative feedback in interaction. So maybe for the next I will talk about the negative and positive feedback. So basically, feedback is how a conversational partner responds when a learner makes an error. Maybe for the first one I will talk about the positive feedback. So it tells the learner that their utterance is correct. So this positive feedback can help build confidence but doesn't correct errors. Maybe for example, if you say to someone, yes, that's right. So yeah. And the next is negative feedback. So it tells the learners that something in their utterance is wrong. So this can be direct or indirect. Maybe in the negative feedbacks, it includes clarification requests, confirmation checks, and recasts, a major type of negative feedback. So learners do receive negative feedback in natural conversations, and learners sometimes pick up the correct form immediately, but not always. And actually, feedback effectiveness depends on the learner's developmental stage, whether the form is noticeable, and the type of feedback. I can say some forms push the learners to notice the grammar more. And maybe for the last, I will talk about the recast. So recast is when the conversational partner reformulates the learner's incorrect utterance, but keeps the meaning the same. Maybe for example, if a student say, "Why does the aliens attack Earth?" And the teacher answer, "Right. Why did the aliens attack Earth?" The teacher doesn't say that's wrong. Instead, the teacher implicitly corrects the grammar by providing the correct version. So what actually this recast do? So each provide negative evidence like showing the learner's form is non-target like, and then give the learner a correct model like positive evidence, and usually subtle and not meta-linguistic. So requests are very common in both natural interaction and classroom. Learners might repeat or correct themselves after a request, or we can say uptake, but not always. And requests are more effective when the learner is developmentally ready, and then the request is short and clear, and then the corrected form is noticeable. So Mackie and Philip found that requests can help learners improve question formation, but only when learners are at the right developmental stage. Maybe I think that's all for my understanding about the material. I will close. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.